What's going on YouTube? It's your boy, YouKnoDaVibes. We back with another Division 2 video. I know it's been a minute. I know some of y'all like, damn, Vibes, where you been, man? What's going on? Where the content? What's going on? I mean, I'm trying to figure out the same question. Where's the content? You know what I'm saying? When it comes to content, my favorite game, we already know which game that is. Whether I take a break, whether I decide I'm going to drop a whole bunch of content or not, what you can always look forward to here is real content. You know what I'm saying? No sugarcoating, no cookie cutter content. I'm going to always keep it as real as I possibly can. So today's video, we're going to be talking about the quality of life changes. Like PvP quality of life changes that the devs feel will bring the PvP community more quality of life. So we're gonna go through these things really quickly, and then we're gonna see. I just want to know how the community feels. You know what I'm saying? I just want to run it past you guys, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about the reality, because what's not being said in this quality of life change for PvP is the reality, right? And I want to talk about one thing that is not being acknowledged is who asked for this? Like, who asked for this quality of change? Like, no one in the PvP community asked for this, and no one in the PvE community asked for this. So I'm seeing people saying, oh, they did this because they want people to go in the dark zone, and they want people to be able to get stuff from the DZ. But here's what I say to that. If they did this because they wanted people to go into the dark zone, only if that was the sole purpose, then you shouldn't be able to get the Eagle Bearer, the Ravenous, or the Bighorn from their previous locations. You can still get the Eagle Bearer from the raid. They're just saying you can get it from the dark zone as well. So the dark zone is still a choice. However, they are doing this solely because at this point of the game's life cycle, at this stage, this year 5, whatever you want to call it, year 4, year 5, year 6, whatever, it's gonna be difficult for solo players or people who only have maybe one friend or two friends, or not in a clan, or not friends with content creators that can carry them, or just maybe they just work. You know what I'm saying? They don't have time to dedicate to raiding and hoping RNG blesses them with the Eagle Bearer. And then I'm hearing all these different things as to why they chose to do it. And to be honest, it's not gonna go well with these new players or these new agents or these new people that are gonna be coming into the dark zone and getting washed. They're gonna be getting punished. Like, no new player is gonna come into the DZ fighting against savages. Now, when I say savages, I mean, I wouldn't even consider my clan part of that. I just think if you're an experienced PvP player and you see someone coming into the dark zone, to get an Eagle Bearer, Ravenous, or Bighorn, which all of the weapons most PvP sweats have already, they're just gonna deconstruct these items after they steal it from you, and probably tell you about it as well. And that's just the way the dark zone has been. Very unforgiving, no holds bar. Definitely not a place I would recommend people go to farm. And that's what I think the problem is. Like, they're gonna be feeding people to the lambs. However, there's gonna be different options. Maybe you can get 12 people and lock down the server and find an empty server and all 12 of you guys can farm the DZ. Maybe you can do that. But overall, as far as quality of life, the PvP community just needs content. They need something that they can grind, something that we can sink our teeth into. The Dark Zone is what grew the Division franchise. It's what the original trailer for the game was all about. It wasn't about PvE, it wasn't about missions, it wasn't about raids, it was about going rogue, ropes being cut at extractions, and the overall lore of the Dark Zone. This game's identity has changed tremendously, like dramatically. It's changed so much over time that I can't even tell you what kind of game this is anymore, other than the fact that we're gonna get on, play with our clanmates, play with our friends, and try to pass time by enjoying our clanmates and the people that we play the game with. The game itself doesn't really have that content for you to grind the way we used to sink our teeth into things, put the 10 hours in for the day, and felt like you accomplished something. If you're at end game at this point, you really have nothing to accomplish. Now, another thing I want to talk about before we go is the 3 weapons they chose to put into the Dark Zone. Like, let's just keep it real. The Eagle Bearer is not even a top 5 AR anymore at this point. If you're using the Bighorn, you're bored. You're at a stage where you just want to try something different. You're tired of the meta. You're tired of all the guns that work the best. You want to try something new. You want to challenge yourself. So you're using the Bighorn. Now, I have so many friends, peers, content creators that are amazing at raid carries. They love carrying the community. I was doing it for a long time as well, but after a while it gets boring for me. So I can only stick to things that are fun and engaging. So after a while, if I lose interest, I'm gonna take a step back, right? So the Ravenous. I've never seen individuals use the Ravenous as a main weapon, like for their day-to-day content. So that's another problem that I have with these items. Like, you're gonna give us the Eagle Bearer, the Ravenous, and the Bighorn. You're gonna put it in the Dark Zone, right? First of all, these items aren't even desirable anymore. People aren't clamoring over the Eagle Bearer. They're not clamoring over the Ravenous, nor is anyone going crazy over the Bighorn, right? And then what does that do to the raid? Like, what's the point of running the raid now? What's the point of stressing yourself out if you can't get a group? Like, there's literally no reason to run the raid anymore, right? And if doing raid carries is your thing, I'm not saying that it doesn't have any validity anymore. I'm just saying they kind of rendered you useless at this point, because now no one needs to depend on you for a raid carry. People can just go to the Dark Zone and hopefully get a random contaminated loot drop with the Eagle Bearer, the Ravenous, and the Bighorn. And if you grind it long enough in the Dark Zone, it's gonna drop for you and you're gonna be able to get it. So, you know, just let me know your comments down in the section below. Let me know how you feel. What do you think, this is a good change or a bad change? I'm mainly a PvP creator, streamer, whatever you want to call it, that mains the Dark Zone, right? However, even I think this is a little bit too late. Too little too late. And I don't even think it should have been tied behind raid. Why put raid exclusive items in the Dark Zone? I really felt like they missed the opportunity earlier, maybe 2 years ago, to possibly figure out something that's going to make the community have to decide between open world and PvP. Because at this point, you could have just dropped these 3 guns in the open world. Why put it in the Dark Zone when people aren't even trying to go into the Dark Zone? The Dark Zone is some place that only a few who have the stomach for it can go in there and try to have fun playing the game. But that's just my 2 cents. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I've seen both sides. I've seen people say they love the idea, and I've seen people say they hate the idea. I'm on the fence. I'm in the middle. I don't think it does good for either side. But that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video in any way, subscribe to the channel, join the Vibe family. Catch you guys for the next one, guys. Peace.